May Allah peace and blessings be on you. Contrary to the popular belief that Islam is a new religion and is strongly against Jews and Christians, we find that the Holy Quran gives a totally different narrative. It says that Allah had favored the Jews, the Bani Israel, above all other nations in several places, like in chapter 2 verse 40, it says, O children of Israel! Call to mind the special favor which I bestowed upon you, and fulfill your covenant with me as I fulfill my covenant with you, and fear none but me. After that it tells them to read their own scripture with understanding, because they will find that their own scripture talks about the coming of Prophet Muhammad. It invites the Jews in a very gentle and subtle way. The verses read, chapter 2 verse 41. And believe in what I reveal, confirming the revelation which is with you, and be not the first to reject faith therein, nor sell my signs for a small price, and fear me, and me alone. Chapter 2 verse 42. And cover not truth with falsehood, nor conceal the truth when ye know what it is. Chapter 2 verse 43. And be steadfast in prayer, practice regular charity, and bow down your heads with those who bow down in worship. Chapter 2 verse 44. Do ye enjoin right conduct on the people, and forget to practice it yourselves, and yet ye study the scripture? Will ye not understand? Chapter 2 verse 45. Nay, seek God's help with patient perseverance and prayer, it is indeed hard, except to those who bring a lowly spirit. Chapter 2 verse 46. Who bear in mind the certainty that they are to meet their Lord, and that they are to return to Him. Chapter 2 verse 47. Children of Israel! Call to mind the special favor which I bestowed upon you, and that I preferred you to all other, for my message. Chapter 2 verse 48. Then guard yourselves against a day when one soul shall not avail another, nor shall intercession be accepted for her, nor shall compensation be taken from her, nor shall anyone be helped from outside. Immediately after the above verses it talks about the favors in a brief. I will let you read it yourself and leave you with a question: is this invitation or rejection? Now the people of the book, that is the Jews and Christians, are talked about in great details in chapter 3, as well nullifying the misconception held by many Jews and Christians that Holy Quran is full of battles and wars, and asks the Muslims to simply kill all the believers, that is the Jews and the Christians. Chapter 3 verse 64. Say, O people of the book! Come to common terms as between us and you, that we worship none but God, that we associate no partners with Him, that we erect not, from among ourselves, lords and patrons other than God. If then they turn back, say yet, bear witness that we, at least, are Muslims, bowing to God's will. About Abraham, whom both the Jews and the Christians revere, Allah says, chapter 3 verse 65. Abraham was not a Jew nor yet a Christian, but he was true in faith, and bowed his will to God's, which is Islam, and he joined not gods with God. Chapter 3 verse 66. Without doubt, among men, the nearest of kin to Abraham, are those who follow him, as are also this apostle and those who believe, and God is the protector of those who have faith. Then Allah argues with the people of the book, the readers of the Old and the New Testament, that you yourself know, those who have knowledge of the book, that Prophet Muhammad is the messenger talked about in your scriptures, yet still you argue about him. Chapter 3 verses 70 and 71 read: Ye people of the book! Why reject ye the signs of God, of which ye are, yourselves, witnesses? Ye people of the book! Why do ye clothe truth with falsehood, and conceal the truth, while ye have knowledge? Chapter 3 verse 99. Say, O ye people of the book! Why obstruct ye those who believe, from the path of God, seeking to make it crooked, while ye were yourselves witnesses to God's covenant? But God is not unmindful of all that ye do. From the above verses you may think that according to the Quran all the Jews and Christians at the time of Prophet Muhammad had wrong beliefs and were sinners destined for hell, but again it's a misconception due to lack of full authentic knowledge. Because in chapter 3 verses 113 to 115 says, Not all of them are alike, of the people of the book are a portion that stand for the right they rehearse the signs of God all night long, and they prostrate themselves in adoration. They believe in God and the last day, they enjoin what is right, and forbid what is wrong, and they hasten, in emulation, in all good works, they are in the ranks of the righteous. Of the good that they do, nothing will be rejected of them, for God knoweth well those that do right. And this whole message is the same if you read the Quran in full objectively.
ربك بالحكمة والموعظة الحسنة وجادلهم بالتي هي أحسن إن ربك هو أعلم بمن ضل عن سبيله وهو أعلم بالمهتدين.